I can truly say that one of the most annoying, sickening, ear-jarring, ignorant things I've ever heard servants of the other rulers say is that Satan, along with every demon in hell and earth, are finite beings. That's one of the most ignorant, stupid, vapid, lack of common sense statements anyone who claims to know about the supernatural can say. You're a fool. All supernatural beings are formed and shaped by Empyrean power. How can one claim to ever be a servant of a supernatural being and you don't even know this? You see, this is one of the reasons why Satan has tapped me to be his new rising teacher in the dark kingdom. It isn't just simply to oppose all others. It's also so that I may be given much space and lots of time to clear up all misconceptions about those who cannot be seen with the human eyes, especially those who have gone in the way of darkness, those who are evil. I have indeed been chosen. My transformation has already begun long before I started this. A transformation that voids all uncertainty towards hell. You all have been lied to. You all have been deceived and been sold dreams. Your self-made perceptions have blinded you all. You've let stubbornness store up inside of your hearts. You're afraid of the unknown and afraid of what might expand your beliefs. You all have been convinced that Satan didn't have any servants in his kingdom that are willing to take a bold stand against the other kingdom and against this world and speak the truth. Many of you are still in search of a sign from heaven. You will receive what it is you seek, but know this, your craving for a sign from heaven puts you in a specific group, a group that is shunned by the ruler of heaven. Choices are yours to make. You don't answer to me, and you should be glad you don't have to. For if you had to, I'd be coming down on many of you with a heavy hand. It's only right that I would do so. All servants are a reflection of whom they serve. A servant hates their master or seeks to overrule them, which describes Satan perfectly, or they aspire to be just like them without the desire to want to overrule them because of their affinity and submissiveness towards them. Now that I've addressed that nonsense and have burned the trash that was in your way, let me teach you all yet again more material you were unaware of. I would be a liar if I told you all that Satan isn't full of anger and hatred. He doesn't mind admitting this. You can't get Satan to do anything. But if he so chooses to express himself a little more, you will begin to understand just how deep his hatred, disrespect, and anger towards just about everything goes. There have been conversations I've had with Satan where he would say certain things, very profane things, and I would burst out in pure laughter. Be not surprised that Satan has a sense of humor. All supernatural beings do. Satan finds many things to be funny, but it does fall on the darker side of the spectrum. No human servant on earth and no demon of any rank in hell would ever or should ever dare to fix their mouth to bring a railing accusation towards Satan, especially in front of his face. When Satan is pleased with you, he is relatively predictable. When Satan is displeased with you, you need to think long and hard about what it is you've done before asking him what the offense was. If your offense is deemed to be minimal to mild in your eyes, he may view that problem as being on the same level. If your offense was great, you're in deep trouble. Fear is a tool many humans use here on earth. Fear of punishment. Nobody likes to be punished, not even demons. But for those who are human, you will have to deal with even more punishment because you do not possess a supernatural existence. When Satan is angry with those who are demons and human servants, he is not at all predictable. His hostility can be felt from his satanic throne, and you will regret whatever it is you've done wrong. Simultaneously, while having a very cruel and menacing nature about him, Satan is also jovial, charming, and extremely intelligent. In December 2021, I and Satan spoke with each other every day of that month. We speak frequently to this day. During that time in the past is when I had got a taste of Satan's sense of humor and his selective, and some even would say, deceptively good side. Yes, Satan isn't a nice person, nor does he want mankind to think that. When you hear idiots of mankind saying Lucifer is wonderful and lovely, write them off as being stupid. When you hear professions and confessions of Satan being the one who will save Earth, count them as an idiot and a fool. Demons in hell and all other demons who are on earth love Satan's power and fear him. He is well respected everywhere he steps foot. I have an affinity towards him. It wasn't anything that happened overnight. It was gradual, took some time, and now we're here. The demons are also in danger of being punished if they mess up on their assignments. To the question as to whether or not Satan can be merciful, and that is true, yes. Satan indeed can be and has been merciful in the past. I do what I'm told the first time around, so I don't cause him any problems anyways. My job is to teach his doctrine and spread his messages by way of preaching. How can you mess that up? Well, you'd be surprised how many servants in the dark kingdom are lazy. Other servants in the kingdom of darkness have more demanding and even exciting tasks, but that comes with its own problems. Not to mention, many of them ask for such a position. Slander is not tolerated in the dark kingdom. Those who slander Satan must be dealt with swiftly. You don't have to sit up here and assume what it is I mean by that. You know exactly what I mean. All mindless and unwholesome talk that is nasty and disrespectful towards Satan is to be dealt with severely. Demons have their own emotions. Demons have their own mental reservations, but they will never tolerate anyone of their own, as well as human servants disrespecting the name they serve. Just like in the kingdom of God, where he is praised and highly lifted, so is Satan in the kingdom of darkness. Demons who are of rank in hell all rule over legions. Some demons rule over more legions than others. A legion of demons is not to be confused with the Roman numeral legion, which was used when ancient Rome would engage in battle with another nation with a specific number of soldiers. I am not allowed to reveal the specific number of demons that make up just one legion, but know that it is a very vast amount. In my video where I taught you all about the hierarchy of hell, I showed all the demons who have rank in his kingdom. A few I missed, but you get the point. Each demon has its style of ruling and reigning. Demon King Payment is treated like a literal, everlasting king. His entire setting in hell, as well as his appearance, personality, and the treatment he receives, is very much kingly. He reigns over his legions with power, authority, and majesty. Demon Marquis Shax likes to rule his legions harshly. Marquis Shax's choice of leadership in hell is oppression. I and Marquis Shax have a very close relationship. He's taught me many things. Demon Prince Seer rules his legions with both discipline and fairness. He is very strict, yet he is very giving. Demonic entities aren't beings of love, but they do respect power, strength, and intelligence. This type of scenario would never happen, as all demons have varying power levels. But in an alternate version of hell where demons of rank had to worry about being challenged by their legions and being in danger of losing their position, demonic legions would not hesitate more than they do now to rebel, plot, and even seek to severely subdue their leader. Ruling over a demonic legion takes the utmost responsibility. Without responsibility, havoc arises. Unlike how mankind rules over militaries, organizations, and other types of groups, demons are filled with chaotic supernatural power, so the 72 demons of rank who answer to Satan are having to always make sure they keep a strong hand over their legions, regardless of their choice of leadership or not. This is why some demons, like Marquis Shax, couldn't care less about oppressing his legions in hell. He simply seeks to make sure they do what they're told, while also boldly choosing to be cruel towards them and take no regard as to how they feel, as he's more powerful than them. Satan does not care at all how the 72 demons of rank rule their legions. He only cares about assignments being completed effectively and efficiently without failure. Satan teleports throughout his kingdom, but many bring requests before his throne daily as well. One thing I learned quickly about Satan is that he is a very hands-on leader. Do not confuse Satan as being a servant leader. He is not. Satan seeks to be served, not the other way around. However, due to his superior intelligence, demonic perfection, and cleverness that exceeds all of his human and demonic servants, many will never truly question his insight. Satan loves to give insight. He also loves a good game of riddles, so don't be surprised if you leave him feeling more confused than when you came before him. I will say, though, that if you continually have trouble solving Satan's riddles, then you may need to reconsider your place as a member of the Dark Kingdom. He loves them, so he won't stop giving them, especially at the beginning of your service. I'm speaking from my own experience and the experience of other higher-ranking Luciferians in the hierarchy, those who outrank me. Like any military, demonic legions also have their rank. There are those at the complete bottom, and there are those at the very top, second in command to that demon of rank. Some are more rebellious than others, and there are fights within demonic legions as well. Demons within these legions fight over many different things. They fight over the right to rule over a person's life, what kind of sin they will cause a human to commit the most. Some are simply there to observe you and keep a close eye on you, so that they may report back everything you do. Some are there to cause obvious trouble in your life, such as misfortune, death, destruction, harassment, lies, gossip, and slander, as well as many other things they may choose to do. Some are also specifically sent into your life to tempt and tease you. I told you all in my video when I preached to you about hell's hierarchy that those who have spiritual open doors will be tested, which are everybody who lives on earth. My number one door that is open right now is obvious, is it not? Do you want to know what it is? Well, of course you do. The number one door that I have open in my life is my willful servitude. By serving Satan and doing his work, you are indeed worshiping him. Loyalty seeds rewards. You do not have to perform ritualistic killings to be considered a devil worshiper. It is what is found in your heart and mind that counts, not necessarily all of which you put into action, as some of those actions aren't sanctioned by Satan, but people's subconscious or even conscious mind, feeling as though if they go to the extreme, they'll achieve the highest in life, such as riches, fame, sex, money, power, the usual things. This door in my life being open is how you all know what it is I've taught you all in my videos. Had the door been shut, you wouldn't know these things, and I would just share my knowledge with those who surround me, those who claim to have studied, quote, the occult and been a witch for many years, couldn't even begin to tell you all of the things I know, have done, and have witnessed. Many of them have just simply read information or line or from whatever books they've ordered. Many more are just liars. There are some, though, who are no strangers to hell, which are those I respect. All others I'm indifferent towards or deeply despise. It depends on what I've observed. Demonic legions have many different assignments and many different tasks that must be fulfilled. But the one task that all of them work towards is to completely stump out and destroy all that represents the ruler of heaven. They hate him more than anything. Remember, folks, heaven was once a demon's home. Before they transformed into a demon, they were an angel. Demons are not created. Demons were formed after these fallen angels rebelled against God. When they fell into hell, their change was instant. The word you're looking for is transmogrification. You all have been fed lies by those who have no idea what it is they're talking about. Those who solely study religious texts are one-trick ponies with limited knowledge. I am not a young man who possesses limited knowledge about what it is I teach and preach. For if my knowledge was on a basic or limited level, you all wouldn't leave my teachings and training having learned new information. This also means I wouldn't be qualified in the Dark Kingdom to have my position. So, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's dive deep. It is the uninformed servant who has a very childish, mendacious type of character who spreads the false message that Satan and his demons are finite beings. Complete and utter foolishness. Let me give you all proof as to why Satan and his demonic servants are not finite beings. First of all, the definition of finite is having limits or bounds. Now, You would hear this and make yourself certain that Satan is exactly that, but you're wrong. I'll prove it to you. Satan is the most powerful fallen angel. If you think that God is the only immortal being in existence, then you don't know very much about the supernatural. Luckily for you, you now have me. The powers I will list are only a few of the many powers that Satan possesses. Satan possesses all the abilities and powers that every demon specializes in. Some demons are unable to do what others can, but not Satan. His power also supersedes many of those in the kingdom of heaven. He exceeds all demonic boundaries. Let me begin. A very few of the many supernatural powers that Satan possesses are as follows. Number 1, immortality. Satan is immortal. He isn't in any need of food, water, or sleep. He cannot be killed, only potentially subdued. Number 2, supernatural strength. Satan possesses extraordinary physical strength that surpasses human capabilities. Number 3, shape-shifting. Satan possesses the ability to change his physical form, allowing him to transform into different creatures or take on various disguises. Number 4, invisibility. Satan can become invisible and possesses the power to render himself unseen by humans. Number 5, relative mind reading. Satan cannot see your inner thoughts as if he's watching a movie. However, he can gain insight into what it is you think about and contemplate based on reasons that are known and unknown to mankind. Number 6, telekinesis. Satan possesses the ability to move objects with his mind, manipulating them without physical contact. Number 7, elemental control. Satan can manipulate the elements such as fire, water, earth, and air. Number 8, precognition. Satan possesses the ability to see and predict future events, granting himself foresight beyond human capabilities. Number 9, supernatural healing. Satan can heal wounds, injuries, or illnesses at an accelerated rate, surpassing any human recovery abilities. Number 10, flight. Satan possesses the power of flight, allowing himself to defy gravity and soar through the air. Number 11, hypnosis. Satan has the power to influence or control the minds of others, bending their will to his own. Number 12, time manipulation. This is where it gets tricky. Time in hell varies depending on where exactly you're located. In some territories, time is extremely slow. In other areas, time is accelerated. You'll feel like you've been in hell for 2 years, but you've only been there 10 minutes. Satan himself can pass through different periods, as he and other supernatural beings exist outside the infrastructure of time, and also can mess with time in his realm. Number 13, invulnerability. Satan possesses a heightened resistance and immunity to physical harm, making him impossible to physically injure and kill. Number 14, enhanced senses. All supernatural entities, Satan included, have heightened senses such as superior vision, hearing, or sense of smell, surpassing human capabilities. Number 15, energy manipulation. Satan can manipulate or channel various forms of energy such as light, electricity, or physic energy. Number 16, dimensional travel. Satan can traverse between different dimensions or realms, accessing locations beyond the reach of humans. Number 17, regeneration. Satan can regenerate rapidly and heal from injuries, but there would be no need for him to use this power as he is invulnerable to all physical harm. Number 18, emotional manipulation. Satan can sense and manipulate the emotions of others, influencing their feelings and moods. Number 19, dream manipulation. Satan has the power to enter or manipulate the dreams of others, influencing their subconscious minds. Number 20, necromancy. The dead are only dead on earth. The dead cannot hear the living, nor are they looking down or looking up at you. If a soul goes to heaven, God is reigning over them. If a soul goes to hell, Satan is ruling over them. What you receive in these two realms depends on how you lived your life on earth. Number 21, animal communication. Satan possesses the ability to communicate with animals, understanding their thoughts and intentions. Number 22, curses. Satan has the power to cast curses or hexes on individuals, bringing forth negative consequences or misfortune. Number 23, teleportation. Satan can instantaneously transport himself from one location to another, bypassing his physical barriers. One of his favorite methods of appearing when he uses teleportation is showing up in a flash of thunder and lightning. Number 24, reality manipulation. Satan can manipulate or alter reality itself in hell, bending the laws of physics and creating new phenomena. Number 25, soul manipulation. Satan has the power to manipulate or influence the essence of a person's soul, affecting their spiritual well-being. Number 26, energy absorption. Satan can absorb or drain various forms of energy, replenishing his strength or weakening others. Number 27, voice and sound manipulation. Satan can manipulate sound waves and project his great voice across great distances. Number 28, memory manipulation. Satan can alter or erase the memories of others, manipulating their recollections or perceptions. Number 29, telepathic communication. Satan possesses the ability to communicate with others through telepathy, exchanging thoughts and ideas. He's done this with me many times. Number 30, reality perception. Satan can perceive reality beyond the limitations of human senses, seeing hidden truths or alternate dimensions. Number 31, time travel. Satan has the power to travel through time, either to the past or the future, and witness historical events. Number 32, astral possession. Satan can take control of or possess the bodies of other beings, not or, but and, influencing their actions and behaviors. Number 33, curse breaking. Satan has the knowledge and ability to break curses and lift supernatural afflictions from individuals. Number 34, energy projection. Satan can project blasts of energy or beams from his body, using them as an offensive or defensive weapon. Number 35, fear induction. Satan can instill intense fear or terrors in others, paralyzing them or manipulating their emotions. Number 36, probability manipulation. Satan possesses the power to influence probabilities and outcomes, altering the likelihood of events occurring. He's done this with me once before as well. Now, does this sound like a finite being to you? Oh, and by the way, this was only a small portion of what I know, and nowhere near even half of what he possesses. Yes, it is true. The ruler of heaven and his father both pose an existing threat against Satan and his demons. That's why it's called a war. I don't care that God is allowing the darkness to build up and reach a boiling point. Who doesn't already know this? I've already talked about that, and everyone in the Dark Kingdom knows this already. So this isn't news, nor is it a shock. The focus has been shifted towards the outcome. Many in the other kingdoms say that God isn't worried about Satan. Check this out. Are you? Do you also possess the same certainty and immovable attitude that God has? Do you speak for God? Well, I guess you can say you do, as you all are ambassadors to Christ or for Christ. I don't believe many of you are, though, not for a second. Why? I believe the true ambassadors for Christ are actually very few. I'm certain that the rest of you aren't bold enough at all to really take a stand in public for Jesus Christ, to take a stand for your Lord. Many of you wouldn't come into satanic territory and preach the unadulterated gospel. You just don't have it in you. I watch many of you here on YouTube. Many of you who are servants of Christ are more focused on American politics than you are on the word of the living God. So do you speak for Lord Christ? I doubt it. On the other hand, I go hard for who I serve. My teachings are edifying. Preaching has evolved and has uncovered many things that were once hidden, that were once unknown. It is true. Yes, it is indeed true. I am an ambassador of the Dark Kingdom, not just a teacher and some preacher. This type of role is very significant, as there aren't many of us. Not on my level, there isn't. A lot of cockroaches have infested the Dark Kingdom with their repulsive occultic books, silly spells, and low-level knowledge, regurgitated trash they've been told by some unaware fool on the street. This is who has began to flood the Dark Kingdom. I just cringe when I said that. You don't know how much it sickens me to see these animals act in such a way. Disgusting. I'm not sure who was out here recruiting these idiots into the dark kingdom, but I promise you this, it isn't me. I would never have any student of mine be so unaware and foolish. It's a complete turnoff for me. The war is ongoing. Many will rise and many more will fall away. Some are more valuable than others. A wise servant learns from his mistakes and makes himself certain to never repeat them. A foolish servant thinks that because time has passed, things will be different and can now make the same foolish mistake. Do not get tempted into being fooled. The threat of demonic immortality is ongoing but doesn't cause them to worry. Not yet, at least. The battle must continually intensify. The Son of Man, Jesus Christ, likes to move in silence. He must be watched closely. You must anticipate all possible outcomes when battling him. Human beings can only anticipate so much until our minds fall into a pit of fatigue or fantastical thinking. The Son of Man, Jesus Christ, is also able to outmaneuver anticipations, so this is another issue. Nevertheless, the battle is ongoing. It is a misconception that a battle is already over. Until next time.
Just saying I'm the man.